Hola chicos, y estamos ahora en capítulo 11. ¿Podrían creerlo? Capítulo 11. Solamente tenemos dos capítulos, 11 y 12, solamente. Menos que 2 semanas más en la sesión de verano. So less than 2 weeks left in the summer session. 2 chapters left, that's it. And then we're done. It's going super quick, and I know it's super intensive. And you all should feel so very proud of yourself for getting to this point and for doing fabulously well and for sticking with it. I know it's not easy. I know there are times you probably have wanted to kind of pull your hair out, but you really are doing wonderfully. All right, excuse me for having a piece of gum in my mouth. I have tried already to do this video twice. My allergies are horrible right now, not only with all of the summer allergens and stuff, but they're doing a ton of construction work very close to our house. So that means all this dust and pollen and dirt is stirred up. So I've tried twice already and end up in a coughing fit. So I thought maybe if I try and do it with a piece of gum in my mouth, it'll keep my throat a little clearer. So excuse that while this is going on. Anyway, Capítulo 11. Tu profesión. All right. Your profession, así vocabulario de profesiones, cosas en una oficina, buscando empleo, cosas como esos, right? So vocabulary of professions, of offices, of looking for work. Very helpful vocabulary, especially if you are working towards a goal of becoming bilingual and of being able to someday maybe find a job where you would use Spanish, or how fun would it be to be able to look for a job in a Spanish-speaking country, right? Even just for a little change of pace. So this is really great vocabulary to be learning. Grammar-wise, again, like I mentioned earlier on, we are continuing on with subjunctive, right? And in Capítulo 11, it's subjunctive in adverbial clauses and subjunctive with indefinite people and objects. This was already introduced with the PowerPoints and the recorded video, starting with Capítulo 9 y Capítulo 10. So hopefully what this is doing now is just reinforcing this verb mode in your mind and just helping to make it stronger and helping you to understand it better. New grammar-wise, this chapter we have mandatos de tú. You already did mandatos formales in Capítulo 10, mandatos con usted y ustedes. Ahora, mandatos no formales, mandatos de tú. So we've already done formal commands. Commands using usted y ustedes, and now we're doing two commands. The great thing about this is there are very few irregulars. It is fairly simple to do, to put together. Okay, work-wise, please, as always, go through each and every one of the sections of the module for the chapter. Make sure you don't miss anything. For example, there are a few students who have missed some of the carrera de verbos. That's not a good idea. Those do count towards your homework grade. So make sure you do that, okay? You have, of course, your My Spanish Lab homework. Very important because it goes along with and reinforces the concepts in the e-text for that chapter. If you're doing Duolingo, stick with it. You're getting extra credit points. That's a great way to earn a little something, right? Let's see what else. You have your last film, en el tiempo de las mariposas. So make sure you view the film that you post in the forum and you respond to another student. You will have a forum post about looking for work So make sure that you do that. Your composition post, make sure it's at least 3 sentences and that you respond to at least one other student. We don't have an exam with this chapter. You've finished 2 of your exams now. The second exam was on chapter 9 and 10, and then you'll have one more exam on chapters 11 and 12, and that will need to be finished by the end of the summer session. What you do need to do is you need to go to the module on the final oral exam, and please, please, please take time to read through all of it. There's a lot of information. There is information on how to register for the exam. There is information on what could be included with the exam, with the phone-in exam. There is information on how this exam will be graded. There is a request being made of you to please give us consent to use your scores in order to grade our program in a fluency study. Not your names, not anything associated with you. We just need to be able to grade our program using the scores from this exam so we know how to improve it. I told you this during your oral midterms, which, by the way, I love that part of the semester. It's so fun for me because I get to see all of you face to face. And not only do I get to hear how your Spanish skills are improving and how you're coming along, but we get to talk and chat and joke around a little bit, which I love that. I think that was fabulous. And as I told you during that, I think you guys are going to do great on this oral final. But don't be worried or freaked out if there are parts of it you don't understand. This is a test, a call-in test that rates you up to a level of native fluency, which, you know, you're not going to be at right now, and that's fine. We don't expect that. So just go with it and be comfortable. How can you work towards it? Of course, we don't have the questions ahead of time for this. So you can't sit there and study exact answers. But what you can do, and what you should be doing because it's a part of your grade, is you can attend the conversation hours with Sarah. And you can practice speaking in Spanish, which is what you are needing to do for this oral call-in exam. You can attend the SI sessions with Lindsay instead of just doing the module and taking the quiz. You can attend live SI and you can practice in that way, right? So there are ways to work to prepare for this. So that's another part of this. Don't forget, please, to do your SI and conversation hours. Please, as you read through the module about the oral final exam, if you have questions, please, please, please ask them. Don't let questions go unanswered. It's going to be really super important. And questions about the oral final, really, please post them in the general discussion forum, because chances are I could end up receiving 5 of the same or very similar questions from different people. So we can help each other with this, and we can learn together on how to prepare, on how to register, on what you need to do to submit your scores to me, on how you need to go about giving consent for us to use your scores to grade our programs. So just to ask, okay? That's what I'm asking of you. Again, I'm very proud of all of you. This is a really intensive summer, and I think you're doing fabulous. So let's get going with Capitulo 11. Adios.